Hello and welcome to Toad Rolls Dice, where we have some pretty big Kill Team news as the next DLC for Vulcus is revealed. Wield the power of the gods in Kill Team Blood and Zeal. So, from what I've seen of this, and what I've heard of the rumours, which is limited on the rumours side, isn't exactly what I was expecting, and it certainly isn't what I was hoping for. We'll get into that, but how about we take a look at this, well, the next big seasonal drop. A monumentous day arrives on Vulcus. The Great Gun is being prepared to fire. All hail the Great Gun. And across the annular sprawl of Hive Basilicus, millions labour to assemble its hallowed ammunition. The most vital and dangerous component, the colossal firing cap that ignites the shell's propellant, is being transported to the central complex. But a brutal blood cult of augmented killers is out to detonate it inside the city, and only the missionaries escorting the payload stand in their way. I like all of that. This story set up and the story on Vulcus is really cool. I'm not going to watch the video. Hopefully there will be a time when we are able to do it, but at the minute, check out the video. This article is linked in the description. But that's Blood and Zeal. Devotion to the blood god clashes with the holy fire of the god emperor in Kill Team Blood and Zeal, the next major expansion. So you get big statue of a saint. I don't know if it is Celestine. It might be Celestine, but some saint for the sisterhood. You get some missionaries, obviously Emperor-fearing missionaries, and you get some new cultists for World Eaters. And I'll say this now, and then we can be positive for the rest of it. After Brutal and Cunning, I think this is a real letdown, because there's nothing in here that excites me. Whereas I loved Brutal Cunning, I loved the original Hivestorm box. I'm gonna have to get this. And I love World Eaters. I love, as a deity in 40k, I am very much Khorne-leaning. But I don't get the sisters, I don't get that religious, zealous vibe. The models are nice, but neither of this is what I wanted. And there's going to be boxes like that, that's absolutely fine. But that's the negative out the way. I'm just telling you my stance on it from this initial preview. And then we'll move on and hopefully I'll get hyped up and hopefully I'll be able to pick this up and we'll still be reviewing it and things. It's, you know, we're full in on Kill Team. But I think this is a bit of a letdown. But let's actually see what's in the box. So this expansion box for Kill Team adds 2 completely new Kill Teams, which is always nice. Includes a mission-packed dossier full of expanded lore and rules, expanding upon Killzone Vulcus, the terrain found in Kill Team Hivestorm, and adds cards and tokens for both teams. All of that is positive. The first team are the Sanctifiers, a band of 11 fervent ecclesiastical militiamen. Oh, that's different. It's the men in the militia. I get it now. That's cool. That adds more individuality, but they're still zealous freaks. Dedicated to the protection of the Imperium at all costs and inspired by the stirring oratory of a confessor, who I think is a new model. Like, they're all new models, but in Warhammer 40k past, I don't know if there's been a confessor or not. There's been priests, but I think this is slightly different. These fanatics follow military deployments and religious processions alike to keep their fellow pilgrims safe, frequently getting stuck into the fight with ardor. So Confessor there, big power weapon, but it's a power mace, isn't it? And he's having a bit of a shout from his book. He's obviously enjoying it. Cherubs are terrifying, and that's an old cherub. That baby's grown up. With a cattle prod as well. Okay, fair enough. Conflagrator, he's going to be like the dual pistolero guy. Looks like 2 flamers. He's going to be brutal at close range. Yeah. Missionaries, they're the heavy gunners or the specialist gunners. We've got a flamer there which completely fits with this vibe. And then you've got a plasma there. The Death Cult Assassin is really cool. These are all male models as well. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think we've had a Death Cult Assassin who's been male. But I love that. But you know I'm a sucker for dual-wielding knives and things. The Drill Abbot, prosthetic arm, power hammer or whatever that's going to be. He's going to be almost like I think the Imperial Guard veteran-y kind of guy. Persecutor has a... that's pretty amazing, actually, for a weapon. A flamer chainsword. That's pretty cool. I quite like that concept. A Salvationist, probably some sort of, effectively a standard bearer, maybe a null. I'm just going by the mask, I'm not entirely sure. There's something psychic going on there, but maybe a null. The Reliquant, flame, there's a lot of flame weapons in here. Interesting. And then the only female, that might be a female model. So the one of maybe only two, or potentially the only female model, is the Miraculist. Miraculist? Okay, we'll go with it. Who is obviously serving some penance or a revered holy figure with the Stigmata vibe going on. Really nice models. The only model I really like in here is the Death Cult Assassin, and I don't go for the religious stuff. So, great Necromunda gang. I could do stuff with that guy, and even just as like I'm turning 40k models into Sigmar, he'd be a cool Cities of Sigmar assassin. Yeah, like him. The rest I'm lukewarm on, at best. But they are nice sculpts, they have a lot of character, they're definitely different to everything else that we have, which is something Kill Team teams excel in, which is really good. And these guys, as well, are definitely very different to other cultists that we've had. That's symbol of Khorne, so they're probably going to be World Eater cults as well. Which is fine. World Eaters need more models, more units. What those zealous missionaries lack in armor, they make up for in raw grit, fighting through injuries. Oh, interesting. Injuries that would fell an Ogryn with prayers on their lips and booming sermons in their ears. Many are equipped with searing flame weapons, packing a hefty punch at close range when the presence of the Drill Abbot and the Death Cult Assassin cranks their fervor even higher. So they're going to be a buffing unit as well. There's going to have a couple of characters that buff them and help them ignore injuries, maybe giving them better saves or shrugging off wounds, damage mitigation. Arrayed against them are the ferocious Goremongers. 8, of course it's 8, mortal servants of Khorne who have been lucky enough to witness the crimson form of a bloodletter in combat and actually survive the encounter. This experience makes them obsessed with this perfect manifestation of the blood god's wrath, seeking to emulate their idols. Indeed, an image. Okay, I like that. I like that these guys have witnessed something so horrific, so demonic, so mind-warping that they've snapped and gone, yeah, I want to be that guy. So we have a Blood Herald, he's going to be our leader. We have an Impaler, and that is this week's rumour engine, so this stuff is being revealed. Is this leaked on Reddit or something? I'm surprised that this has just dropped out of the blue. I've been away, I've been on holiday, so I don't know if I've missed something. I've been checking up on WarCom, there's been nothing, but I don't follow the Reddit stuff. But that is the new harpoon that was shown off in the rumour engine. I'll put a picture of it now. 100% that's that, but that's cool. So he's probably going to be pulling enemies towards him or something, or pulling enemies towards other allies. That's cool. I do like these models the more I look at them actually. The Skull Claimer, he's pretty cool. The Stalker, are these guys going to have expanded range? Because they all have metal legs. They're going to be a close combat band as well, aren't they? The Inciter with dual pistols, nice. Okay. The Blood Taker, very cool. And then some aspirants with, I'm going to say chain glaives. Actually, these poses, the models are stunning. The cultist, the change in how they've done the cultists are really cool. They really fit that Khorne vibe. But they're very different to the other Khorne cultists, the Khorne specific cultists. And the posing is really dynamic. Yeah, these are growing on me. What do? Goremongers are among the most lucid and reliable of Khorne's troops, pumping a constant flow of combat stims mixed with drops of their master's blood into their systems while still retaining a modicum of cunning and level-headedness. The first thing they do is cut off their own legs, completely level-headed, and graft on new mechanical pair that brings them closer to the ideal physical form, armed with bloodletting chain weapons and ritual daggers. As well as the 2 kill teams, you'll also get this impressive Imperial Shrine statue to act as an awesome centerpiece for your tables. The Blood and Zeal dossier includes loads of missions that can use this gigantic monument, as well as an in-depth hobby guide teaching you how to desecrate the statue to honour the Chaos Gods. I love that idea. Okay, I'm warming up to this terrain piece as well now. It's also a really nice big set of wings for you to use on something else. Yeah, okay, I'm warming up to the terrain piece. But it's just one terrain piece, whereas we got loads of different bits in the other one. But that's how these boxes go. The dossier contains fascinating new mechanics that involve an entirely new deck of Blood and Zeal cards. Drawing a card in-game will give you a sudden stroke of good fortune as the Divine cast their gaze over your battlefield and bequeath the faithful with powerful abilities. I won't be getting any of them then. I ain't faithful. I like that they're adding new mechanics though. I'm interested to see what they are and what they do, and if they expand these out into other teams or if it's just these two teams that it works with. But that's really interesting. Lastly, you get a big token sheet with everything you need to play both kill teams from the get-go. It won't be long until you start to see the brutal slugfest of an expansion approaching pre-orders. Is it going up this weekend? So keep an eye on Warhammer Community to learn all about its contents in greater detail soon. This sounds like it was a panic article. This sounds like something has leaked. Oh, hold on, maybe not, because today is the Warhammer World Anniversary, isn't it? So are we going to be getting more stuff over the day? But they don't mention it being revealed as part of the Warhammer World Anniversary, which they normally do reveal something or a couple of things. I don't know where this has come from. This has come completely out the blue. I guess it's rumor based and it's a reactionary post. But the pictures are all ready. Looking through it and going through it, I think the new game mechanic could be interesting. These are really growing on me as someone who is dabbling in chaos. Still staying away from 40k at the minute, but I'm very much dabbling with chaos. And I think that these are definitely an interesting project. And they're a very cool unit to go alongside the other Khorne cultists for World Eaters. I can't remember what they're called, but they're very similar, but they're also very different with the legs and the poses and the weapons. It's all that little bit different, I suppose, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, these are beautiful models, and they sound really interesting and messed up. Reaver-esque from Firefly, if you know Firefly. So I'm down for them. Big statue doesn't really interest me too much, but then at this point we have, if you've been buying all the boxes, you've got quite a lot of small terrain and then the big Vulcus stuff. So this fits, and this obviously has some sort of dynamic in-game as well, which is cool. And it's beautifully sculpted, and it's better than a Space Marine statue, I think. And it goes very nicely in with the ecclesiastical boy band that's running around. But while these are nice models, it's the religious stuff that puts me off. But they're nice, they are nice. And I don't know how the hell you're going to balance a team that is all about flamethrowers and chainswords. Their build options is going to be, or weapon choices is going to be very interesting. Plasma's a good hit, but do their flamers do something special? Or can you buff their flamers? Or because it sounds like they're going to be quite tanky, but they're also just human. So I'm interested to see how they play, even if it's not a team that I can see myself dedicating a huge amount of time to. Yeah, I mean, this is all growing, just like all the Kill Team boxes, this is all growing on me. Yeah, okay, interesting. Completely unexpected, very interesting, looking forward to seeing more. And it makes it sound, down at the bottom here, yeah, it won't be long until you start to see this brutal slugfest of an expansion approaching pre-orders. Well, this has been revealed on a Saturday. The thing that's throwing me with this is that rumour engine was revealed on Tuesday, and they're not normally that quick a turnaround. But, okay. I think this is going up for pre-order tomorrow. I mean, we'll find out in just over 24 hours at time of recording. We'll find out together tomorrow. It's definitely interesting. I love that Kill Team is getting such cool models and cool rules, and they're not afraid to play around with elements of it. That's all really good. It's not looking as bad as I initially thought. Purely because the article goes into a little bit of detail and it's interesting Kill Team mechanics. within the teams themselves. And the lore is great, I love the lore. Let me know if this box features your new favourite kill team, and when you think it's going to be coming up for pre-order. But that's just done for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.